What's up, guys? In this video, we're going to be breaking down what makes a good Instagram profile by analyzing some of your Instagrams that you guys have sent in for review. All right, so earlier today, we made a post asking who wants to have their Instagram professionally critiqued by us on video. And a lot of you guys have submitted your Instagram handles. So we picked 5 at random. We're going to go through these, take a look at what this person did right, what this person did wrong, and most importantly, what this person could do to improve. So let's start off by taking a look at this guy. So at first glance, we can see 33 posts, 1,300 followers, 864 following. That's fine, as long as you have more than 100 followers. People tend to overestimate how important the amount of followers is. It's a lot more important to have, first of all, quantity posts and quality, right? So 33 posts, he could definitely could be more. I would say that's the weak point, is that he just doesn't have that many posts here, right? It's pretty empty. So this one, yeah, it's okay. It's an average photo. It's not good. It's not bad. Ideally, I'd like to replace it with something better. This one is also okay. It's kind of post. That's the problem with it. This one, that's actually a pretty good photo. It's solid. And you can see, funny enough, that this one has the most likes out of the bunch. This one has 124 likes and 2 comments. This one has 111 likes. This one has 92 likes. So usually the amount of likes you get is actually a pretty decent indicator. Life is what you make it shine. That's fine. I think the big theme we're going to see throughout his profile is that he has a lot of inspirational quotes. I'm actually not a big fan of that. I think it's been overdone. I think some girls might go for that, but I prefer humor and sarcasm. That's a lot better than just trying to be like, oh, I'm going to think of a witty, inspirational quote. So then we have a back shot. Yeah, it's okay. Looks a little like he's showing off. I would probably delete this photo because I don't think it adds anything. Delete this photo. He can keep this, it's fine. Maybe delete this one as well because it's kind of post. All right, moving on. So we got him doing pull-ups. That's fine. I would leave that. Every day you must ask yourself, how can I improve my life today? Once you find the answer, take action and go after it. Yeah, I would just change that to casually doing pull-ups at night. Something like that. Just like poke humor at the fact that he's working out. A little humor. Meet my new gym buddy or something like that. Or like do the most interesting man in the world, do like a little bit of a riff off that. I don't always do pull-ups. When I do, it's at a park at night or something like that. So I think humor is just much better. So this photo, yeah, he doesn't look good in it. The lighting is poor. I would delete that. This one, he's running. It's fine. It's neutral. It doesn't add, doesn't detract. This one, a little posed. I don't think he looks that good in it either. Just again, poor lighting. One side of his face is lit, so I would delete that. Okay, here we have a series of photos, but you can't really see his face in one of them. The other one, you can barely see his face, and only in the last one you can see his face. I'm actually not a big fan of doing multiple photos in one roll, so I would just keep them separate. These are okay. They're not gaining him any points. They're not losing. This is too similar to this. So he should just pick one and stick with it. But honestly, I would scrap this, He can keep this as gym o'clock somewhere. That's fine. Maybe keep that. This one's okay. He just has a goofy expression in it, so I might scrap that as well. Yeah, photos like this, they don't really add anything, so I would just remove that. This is a decent photo. He looks a little young in it. Success breeds haters, haters breed success. Yeah, again, it's the same theme. I think he needs to add more humor to it. So this is fine, having like a 1 or 2 posts like this showing off, his diet, because his big thing is fitness. So that's fine, he'd keep that. This is okay. Starting morning with a keto coffee. This is much better. So this actually is food that's cooked. That's a lot better. So he should keep this photo and probably get rid of this. One. Okay, moving on. So this one, the lighting is really poor. Can't see his face. Just remove that. Why we get fat. Read this book to know the truth. 1 or 2 book recommendations is fine. This just does not look appealing. So I would scrap that. This one is much better. Also does not look appealing. Delete that. Quotes like that, I don't really like. I would remove that. Yeah, I would remove this. This one, I don't really know what this is. I guess it's Halloween costume. Remove that. It's a selfie. It's not the best, but if he doesn't really have anything better, you can leave that. So a photo like this doesn't really add anything. Photo like this doesn't add anything. This doesn't add anything. This doesn't add anything. This doesn't add anything. This doesn't add anything either. So all these could be removed. And this one doesn't add anything either. So yeah, so you can see that I would probably remove at least 50%, if not 75% of these photos. Now, unfortunately, that won't really leave him with much. So he needs to work on getting more quality posts. Like he needs more photos like this, more stuff like this. You know, he's showing off the fitness. That's great. He can have stuff like this, but add some humor to the quotes. This is good. Food porn is great. Keep stuff like this and remove, you know, stuff like this, which does not look visually appealing at all, right? This, much more visually appealing than this. Like, it's just such a big difference. And this obviously is not that, you know, impressive either. So yeah, so I think once, if he was to remove every photo I said, he would be left with like 6 posts. So if he can have, the question is it better to have 6 quality posts or, you know, 30 average posts? I would almost make the argument it's better to have like 6 or 7 good posts than to have a bunch of, you know, average ones and ones that are not even that great. And just focus on getting more of those, get 20, 30 quality posts, and then you're onto something. All right, so let's move on to the next person. So this guy mentioned that he was a DJ. So he has probably the same amount of posts, and he has the same amount of followers, really. I DJ and get forced to play Tessa to please basic white girls. DM me. That's pretty good. It's funny, it's humorous, so I like that. I like throwing humor in there. And also he has stories, which I believe the previous guy didn't have. Yeah, so he didn't have any, you know, any, whatever, I forget what the fuck they're called, but these things. And this guy does, so that's good. So let's take a look at some of his stories. So it's like humor. Okay, let's focus more on the picture. So this one has a different vibe. His whole thing, I guess, is music and stuff like that. So this one is fun. It shows off that he's DJing. That's pretty good. I would keep that. Same thing here. A day at the office. I like that. So he's using more humor in his post. That's good. And gives off the party vibe. So that's good. Ooh, this is pretty solid. I think he looks pretty decent in a suit. I think he should scrap the Tuesday thing and just make this the photo. Also, I think that the problem is his profile photo is way too zoomed out, so you can't see his face. So he would be better off making this his profile photo. All right, moving on. So I'm a little confused by what this is. But whatever, I don't think it loses him any points. This one is just so blurry. Yeah, I would just remove it because it's so blurry, you can't really see shit. This one is fun. Also, it's pretty blurry. So he needs more clear photos because you can't, like, looking at this, you still don't really know what he looks like, right? You have a hard time figuring it out. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's fine. You can leave that. Let's see. Low-key album cover. That's fine. Shows him having fun with his friends. Although I would get rid of this because it looks a little too gay. Get rid of this for sure. That looks definitely gay. Okay. So what else we got? This is not the best photo. I would, actually it's fine, whatever. Then this, yeah. I think what this guy really needs is just high quality photos that show his face clearly. That's what he's missing. He has the lifestyle photos, more than enough of those. It shows that he parties, he's a DJ, he has fun. What he really lacks is clear photos that are taken by a quality photographer, you know, that are not blurry, that are not grainy, that show his face. That would add a lot to his profile. Hair evolution, yeah, I would scrap that. I think he's too skinny to do shirtless photos. I mean, obviously, no offense to this guy. I was in the same boat. What is this? Yeah, he also has like too many bro-y photos where it's like him and a bro, and it's like, I would scrap some of those. Yeah, here's another. This one's actually okay, but this one I would definitely delete. It looks too bro-y. This one I would delete. It looks too bro-y. You know, again, like this one looks too bro-y. So when the photos are too bro-y, it's just like girls are like, oh, what the fuck? Is this guy straight? Is he bi? Whatever. So yeah, so this guy, what he needs is 1, to get rid of the bro-y photos, 2, to get rid of the low quality, low resolution photos, and 3, add high quality, high resolution photos to balance out all the lifestyle ones, and he can have a pretty good profile actually. I like the fact that he has humor in here and that he you know, shows off his lifestyle. That's good. All right, let's move on to the next one. So this is going to be quite a different profile. So this guy has 343 posts, so he clearly has a lot of stuff. So we're not going to be able to take a look at every photo. We're just going to take a look at all the, you know, the links. Content creator, flip the script, auto, all blah blah blah. Okay, so this looks like he's a business person. I think the only thing it lacks again is a little humor here. So if he could add something, I don't know if he's using it as a business though, in which case he might not be able to. He's got stories, so let's take a look at this whole thing. So he has a lot of pictures. Now his is almost the opposite of the one we just looked at, because a lot of these photos clearly show his face, right? Like you know exactly who this guy is. Let's go through it. But the problem that we're going to see here is I think he has too many photos, way too many photos of him just standing around, right? Like literally pretty much all the photos that he has are him just either sitting or standing, right? And they're all pretty posed. Like this is very posed. I would get rid of that. This one is pretty posed. I would get rid of that. This one's pretty posed. This one's decent, right? So you could keep that. Let's see what else he has. So again, you see a lot of very posed photos of him just like sitting around. Yeah, this one is pretty bad. He definitely needs to get rid of that. This one I'm not a big fan of. The lighting is pretty poor here. You can see half his face is underlit, so he needs to remove that. So I think he could do with removing like half or 2/3 of his photos. What he needs is activity photos. So basically, again, he's doing the opposite of what the previous guy did, who had lifestyle activity photos. This guy needs to add some of those lifestyle activity photos, and the other guy needs to add some photos that show off his face. A profile should be a little combination of everything. It should be a nice balance. Let's take a look at some of his quotes. Sometimes you have to remember that learning starts with an L. Okay, it's looking good from every angle, so I can send this pic. Let's see. Yeah, I saw your message, but I left it on my hoodie. Okay, so this one, I think he combines, he uses some humor in this. This is currently looking into how we can extract the salt from my haters and apply it to roads of the winter. Okay, so he's using some humor, that's good. But again, the problem is a lot of these photos are just him sitting or standing around. He really needs to get some activity photos to balance it out. Yeah, and some of these photos are just not good. This is not good. He doesn't look good in this one. He doesn't look good in this one. He needs to get rid of the ones where he doesn't look good in and keep the ones where he does look good. So let me find one where I think he looks pretty solid. Let me see. This is a pretty bad one. He should delete that. I want to find like one where he looks good. I think it would be probably more of the recent ones. Let me see. Let's find one where he looks good. Okay, he definitely has improved his style a lot. I like his new, like you can see the difference between how he used to look, like kind of here without the facial hair. Yeah, that's just, he doesn't look that great here. Compare that to his style now. Like he looks so much better now, for sure. Like look at the difference here. This is a big difference. He looks so much better with growing out the beard and getting the skin fade. So definitely props to this guy for, doing the work and working on a sexual market value. But if I was him, I would actually get rid of some of these early photos where he doesn't look good. Yeah, like this one, for example. But let's find a photo where he looks good. I like this one a lot. This is a solid photo, and you can see it got a lot more likes, 460 likes, like this photo. What the hell is this? It's like someone getting out of his car. He should get rid of stuff like that. Like stuff like this is stupid. I would just get rid of that. But yeah, this is a good photo on its own, obviously. Let's see which one he has as his main. Yeah, his main one's okay. I would probably even replace it with this. I think that's better. But again, it just becomes like the same thing over and over and over again. So he definitely needs to get lifestyle photos to balance it out, delete the photos where he doesn't look good, and delete some of his earlier photos where just like, you can't even really see him, and before he, leveled up his style. I don't think he's doing himself any favors. So you can keep a few of the baby photos, like this stuff, that's fine. But ones like this, I think, need to go. All right, let's move on to the next person. We're gonna take a look at two more. Okay, so 38 posts, 180 followers. So yeah, he could benefit from getting more followers. So right away, his profile photo is pretty bad. He looks just kind of like creepy in it. So I think he needs to definitely change his profile photo, because when he DMs girls, that's the first thing they're gonna see. Okay, so he has software development, brunch friend, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. It's okay. I would kind of add a little bit more to this. It's still not clear what the theme here is. Okay, so you can see this guy's in good shape. That's good. Ooh, he definitely needs to delete this photo. Like, look at the difference between this one and this one. Okay, oh, so he's showing his transformation. Okay, in that case, it might be okay. Yeah, it's fine, as long as he makes that clear. I guess I just didn't read it. This guy really needs to grow out some facial hair, honestly. I think he would look a lot better if he grew out a little bit of a beard. Let's see if we can find any pictures where he has facial hair. This is, I think, the closest one that we get. But even that looks better. I can see maybe his beard doesn't come out clean, but that's still better than him without facial hair, I think, in my opinion. So I think he needs to grow out his beard a little bit. Yeah, I can see why he's hesitant, because his beard doesn't come out clean. So what he can do is you can also use some Rogaine on that. Like use some Rogaine right here to kind of get it to match up a little bit more. But if he goes to a high-end barbershop, he gets a skin fade, he gets them to trim his beard, I think that'll look pretty good. So yeah, this photo, definitely not good. Looks weird, he needs to delete that. Honestly, this guy, the problem he has a lot of photos where he doesn't look good. And a lot of these are like selfies or just taken by someone, like him standing around. Like all of these are basically him standing around, right? Like him standing around or selfie. Him standing around. Like you don't see a lot of activity photos here, right? Actually, probably close to none, honestly. So he needs to get some activity photos. So let's compare that to my profile really quick. You can see it's pretty much mostly activity photos. It's like, I'm doing shit, I'm doing shit, I'm doing shit, I'm hugging my dog. Here's me standing around. Okay, I have a few of those, right? But mostly it's activity photo, right? So this is a good balance of me standing around, showing off lifestyle, and clearly showing off my face, right? So you know who the fuck I am. It's pretty clear. Now, one thing I could personally benefit from is having more posts. So having more shit, right? Because I don't really post that often. All right, let's get back to this guy. So yeah, and his is all just him standing around. So he really needs to focus on getting good photos of him doing shit that he looks good in. I would say that this profile so far is probably the worst of the bunch. No offense to this guy. All right, so let's take a look at this guy. Okay, so right off the bat, we can see that he only has 9 posts. So he definitely needs to get more posts. Let's see. You can see this guy's pretty good looking. Okay, this is decent. You know, it's like cool backdrop. Again, I'm not a big fan of doing the albums, so I would just delete this. Actually, he can either decide between this one and this one. Maybe even this one would be better. Okay. That one's fine. You can leave that. Again, delete one of these. Probably delete the first one. Keep the second one. This is a pretty good photo. It's like activity pic. He's doing shit. Really cool background. So I like this. I think you can almost make that his main. This is really cool. Okay. This one, it's okay. He's just too crouched, but it's fine. I think I almost prefer this one to the other one. Yeah, I would almost say make this one your photo and get rid of the other one. Okay, pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. Oh, I think the second one is probably better. This one is better. So I think that sometimes the photo he has first is actually not his best one. So he should be aware of that. So that's why I don't like albums. You just pick the one that you like the most. Like in this situation, it would be this one. I think this one's the best, and get rid of the other two. Again, this one's pretty decent. Again, more activity. So this guy does have a nice balance between activity photos and photos where you can just see his face, kind of like I do, but he needs more. He only has 9 posts. He needs to take this to like at least 20 or 30 posts. So he needs to double, if not triple or quadruple the amount of content he has. You can see some of his like stories. I'm wondering if there's any room for, I mean, that helps a little bit, but he needs more posts here. Like this is just way too empty. But other than that, this guy, I think this guy can do pretty well if he just gets more content. And what's it called? Let's take a look at his quotes. Oh, well, it's all in Spanish, so I can't really read it. But yeah, so if I had to rank these in order what we've seen so far, I would probably put this guy and this guy tied for number 1. This guy's decent. This guy, so-so. This guy, wait, which guy? I'm like losing track of these. And this guy definitely has a lot of room for improvement. So I think every one of these guys has room for improvement. But especially this guy, there's a lot he could improve on. And that's not to say, like, to pick on him. I've seen a lot worse, profiles. But yeah, so those would be my tips for these guys. Hopefully you guys can take some of these tips and apply it to your profile as well. All right, hopefully you guys found this video valuable. Show us some love by smashing the like button, hitting subscribe, and clicking the bell for notification. Also, let me know in the comments what you guys thought about this evaluation. If you want me to critique your Instagram profile and make a part 2 to this video. If you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time.